Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually, I guess I'm going to do like an unboxing sort of thing, but I have ordered a Pinnertest online. So for you guys who don't actually know what that is, it is a food intolerance blood test. So it's an at-home one that you can do. I was very skeptical about this because obviously it comes from America and I was a bit like, oh, is it going to work? Is it going to be okay? But I've read a lot of reviews and I have seen quite a few people on my Instagram who have done it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it can give me some answers. I don't know if anyone follows me on my Instagram, but I do have quite a lot of digestive issues. Most of them are, you know, usual ones like bloating, constipation, diarrhea, severe stomach cramping. I get pains all through my body. My skin is bad. I do have a lot of hormonal issues as well, but it's mainly my digestive issues that are really bad. The daily nausea and the headaches are probably what get to me the most. But lately I've been having quite severe fatigue. So I have just found out that I am extremely iron deficient. So I have started taking iron tablets and that seems to be helping with the fatigue. But nothing helps with the digestive issue. I have done you know, your low FODMAP testing, which is trying to eliminate all the things that can cause inflammatory triggers in your body. But I have done that 3 times and still have had no proper answers as to what I am intolerant to, if I'm intolerant to anything. So it seems pretty silly to be going to all these naturopaths and doing all these things if it could just be something that I'm eating that's upsetting my belly. Now, full disclaimer, I'm not a health professional. This is probably something that I'm going to spend my money on and it might be a waste of time, so I'm definitely not suggesting to go and do it, but really it was my last option. I had been diagnosed with SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, about 6 months ago. I've taken the antibiotics, I've done the natural route, I've done all those sorts of things, and I still have stomach problems. So I'm hoping that it's just something that I'm eating that maybe it's not, my body's not agreeing to, and then I can just eliminate it and it will all be gone. I do apologize if I keep wiping my sweaty upper lip, but apparently I watched my last video back and my little sister was like, you can hear the ticking of the fan in it. So I'm currently in my office, which is my filming room, I guess you'd call it, sweating. So yeah, it's not fun. But I guess I'll just go right ahead and start unpacking it. So it does come from America. It came in like 3 days, which was so awesome. Cost wise, it is expensive. It is very expensive. I think I paid, originally I bought it for $370, which I thought was Australian. Later I found out was American, so that sucks. But then once I purchased it, they sent me an email saying, oh, we've got this Easter offer going at the moment where you can get it for $270, and I was like, oh shit. So I emailed the lady and said, look, can I please still get this Easter promotion? I literally just bought it and they were really great. They said, yeah, cool. Thumbs up for them because that was really good customer service. But I'm going to unpack it and see what it looks like. Oh my God, it's like double packed. So then it comes in this one. They do also give you a return envelope to put it in. All right, that's just got all the information on how to post it. So I definitely need to keep that. So I'm here. Okay, now to actually get the box. This is what the actual packaging looks like. So it just comes in like a little box. Got all the instructions on the inside as well. So let's open this one up. So what actually happens is it comes in like a sterile bag. That must be the actual pricker that you prick it with, as well as the little bit where you put your blood. This must be the instructions on how to do it. So let's have a read and see what I'm doing. This is obviously like a liability form, kind of like a consent, I guess. I shall keep that. And then on the back here, it's just got exactly how to do it. So I'm gonna try and film how I do it, but it could be quite awkward. So we'll just see. Let's do this. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to open up the packet there. Inside is the little stabber things that you use, as well as your band-aid, your alcohol swab, and where you put your blood. So first of all, you just need to swab your finger, just to make sure that it's going to be clean with the alcohol swab. So getting in there, getting it nice and clean. Now what you need to do is obviously open up the little sample where you put your blood, just to make sure that you can get your blood on there as soon as you prick your finger. Like I said here, I'm not going to show you the pricking of my finger, I just don't know how appropriate it is. But then I just pop the blood on a little sample packet, wipe my finger with the alcohol swab again, close up the sample, and then I just pop a band-aid on after that, just to close over the little prick. Okay, so this is my little blood sample, all done. It was really quite painless actually. I didn't have as much blood come out as I thought I did, so I had to use the second pinner. But it's all done, all in here. I've just filled out my form. So now all I have to do is pop it in my little envelope and post it back to them. Again, this is something that I'm doing because I wanted answers. Here in Australia, we have food allergy tests that you can do, but they're just as expensive and they don't test you for a wide variety of things. They only test you for, like, you know, gluten, dairy, and like mold, dust, things like that. So I wanted to know if it was something weird and, you know, like eggs or ginger or something that I eat quite often that's causing so many stomach issues, and if it is, then I can just cut back on them and see if that helps. If there's something that comes up, and I'm not just going to cut it out forever, I will trial not eating it to see if that does help. But if it doesn't, obviously, then I will know that at least I've tried, I did all I could do. This next step of the video will be when I get my results, and I'll just read them to you. I know this video is not going to be for everyone, because I know some people don't like blood for one, needles for others, and they just don't believe in these sorts of things, and I completely understand that. I don't really need to justify it, but I will just say that this has kind of been a desperation purchase because I'm desperate for answers, and I just want to feel normal. So I will go into depth one day about all of my health issues, but for now I want to see what this result says, and then I guess I can, you know, do like a health video as to why I eat the way I do, or, you know, why I don't train the way other people train and things like that. So I guess once this next part of the video is out, I can then go on from there. But thank you for watching this part, and I'll see you in the next bit where I do get my results back. Alright, so I finally got my results back from my Pinnertest. It did take about, I'm going to say, a month from when I sent it off to when I actually got my results back, which was a little bit annoying, but I've got them now, so it's fine, doesn't matter. I'm going to go through and explain to you what my results were. They actually were quite shocking. I wasn't expecting it at all, but still it was all fine, and now I know, which I'm super stoked about. Pretty much what happens is they send you your results in like a PDF version, and it pretty much comes and it explains to you how to read it first of all. So the red column is all the foods that you've got to avoid, and the green column is the foods that you're all good with. There's levels of reaction to what you like, what your intolerance is. So obviously level 1 is like a low reaction, +2 is a, I think they call it like a moderate reaction, yeah, and a +3 is a high reaction. So then it goes through with the list of all of the items, so that it breaks it down into like dairy, grains, vegetables. So I'll go through now and explain to you what my results were. I didn't get any +3s, which was a positive, but I did get a couple of +2s and a +1. I'm actually quite shocked with what they are. Some of the foods I eat all the time, and others occasionally I eat, but it's probably something that's in a lot of food that I don't know about. Okay, so first of all, these are the columns on the first page. So there's dairy, eggs, drinks, fish and seafood. So I only got one in this page, which was in the fish slash seafood section. Actually tuna, which is a +1. Tuna is a staple in my house. I eat tin tuna all the time because it's just so cheap, yummy and easy. It's only a +1, so it is a low reaction, but I still probably will try and avoid it as much as I can. So this is what the paper looks like. So obviously you saw in the red column there that tuna was a +1, and then all of the other fish and seafood in the green section are things that I can eat. I'm not the biggest seafood fan and I'm not the biggest fish fan either, but still I will, at least I know I can eat it and it won't cause any reactions. So the next section has grains, legumes, meat and others. Now I'm actually like shook. Kidding, I don't say that. But I'm actually really like surprised that this grain is actually classified as a grain, because I always just thought it was a vegetable, but it's corn +2 to corn. And this is the one that I probably eat a lot of and don't realize, like, you know, in sauces and things like that, like a lot of corn syrups and probably a lot of corn in my diet that I don't even know that I eat. So I am a little bit upset about this one because I really love corn chips. Like, I love nachos, I love Mexican food. A little bit upset about this one, but I do know that some people can't, you know, digest corn properly. I kind of know that corn is not something that I should be eating, but anywho's, now I definitely know. So that's fine. All of like your nuts, like your spices and your herbs, everything like that, I'm all in the clear for, which is so good because I'm stoked that it wasn't like garlic or something like that I eat every single day. In the vegetables, I am actually have a moderate intolerance or a moderate reaction to broccoli and potato. Weird, right? Broccoli. Not something that I eat all the time, but I would never have thought that it would be an intolerance that I would have. Potato, I eat a lot of potato and I love it. I absolutely love potato. It's just, this is probably the most shocking one for me because if you know me well, you know that hot chips are my guilty pleasure. That will be my guilty food that I'll always eat, and I just love hot chips. So the potato, a little bit devastating, but you know, at least I can have sweet potato chips. I am glad that I did get something that come back, which sounds super, super weird, but for someone who's been searching for years and years to find why her stomach's so upset, to know that she actually has an intolerance is exciting, because I was getting to the point where I was like, maybe I'm just crazy. I'm not like I'm not a specialist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a naturopath, nothing, so I'm not telling you to go ahead and do this test, because obviously some people have to do the elimination diet and that's fine, but as I mentioned at the start of this video, I've done everything I can possibly do and I'm not getting any help from it. So this, hopefully, by eliminating some of this stuff out of my diet, or at least, you know, trying to avoid it, will help with the inflammation in my body and hopefully feel a little bit better. But I am trying to get back to being the healthiest version of myself. I can do an updated video in a few months once I figure out exactly how to eliminate them out of my diet. So again, thanks for watching this video. It might be boring, but I don't know, I kind of like watching stuff like this. So hopefully other people do as well. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you know, are the same, or if you've done the Pinnertest and your results were the same, or you're, you know, intolerant to things that you didn't expect. That would be great. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you on my next video.